Hello, beautiful earth angels, cycle breakers, empaths. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here we go. Welcome to Earth Angels Unite. Podcast 140. Is it my ego or my angels? Discerning angel messages. One of the most powerful skills you can cultivate as an earth angel, cycle breaker, empath is the ability to discern the voice of fear from the voice of love, from the voice of divine guidance. In this episode, I'm breaking down the subtle energetics between the ego chatter and angelic communication so you can trust your intuition with greater clarity. You'll learn what angel messages feel like in your body and how to recognize when a message is coming from anxiety or old wounds and how to strengthen your intuitive channels. I'm also sharing how the relax, release, receive process dissolves the static so your angel's wisdom can come through clearly and consistently. Hello, good morning. Say hi if you're here. Hi, Kate. In these podcasts, I'm sharing teachings from my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels, 4 practices to heal your pain with angel love, and an angel activation and oracle card to help you to relax and cherish your body, to trust your intuition, to receive angelic pain relief. And I'm honored to be here with all of you, those of you who are here live, those of you who are connecting with the replay. My name is Jill Kempner, angel coach and author, angel coach, alchemist, and author. And as an angel coach, what I help my clients do is heal the pain in their bodies with the love of the angels through the relax, release, receive process. And it's really about getting the gems, right? Taking that pain and turning it into peace, taking the wound and turning it into wisdom, taking what's heavy, leaden, or painful in your life and turning it into spiritual gold. And so it's an honor to walk by my client's side, and it's a vulnerable journey. It's a courageous journey, a compassionate journey, and a vulnerable journey, because yes, we are looking at the pain, we are looking at the wounds, but the blessing is that we're doing it through the eyes of love, whether that's your soul, the angels, the divine, the archangels. So I hope that resonates. And I know how courageous it is to step into a coaching container and to invest in yourself, right? And that's why over the past 9 years, I've built a business, with a heart of service, full of many, many ways to connect with your angels and start receiving love from them right now. I have free meditations on Spotify. I have my podcast. I have my book. Next year, I have some beautiful offerings I'll talk a little bit about, but I am going to be sharing more and marketing the Angel Reiki Immersion and the Angelic Alchemist on YouTube lives for the next 29 days, because I've committed to doing 30 videos in 30 days. So you can also catch me there. Okay. I think I said all that from my heart. So before I share the story that I was going to share today, I just want to say I share this with deep, deep compassion, an infinite well of compassion for myself, for my friend, and just know that we're both playing the perfect roles for each other in our journeys. And sometimes contracts end, and it's our, I don't know, responsibility to end those contracts at times so that we can step into just a higher vibrational energy or medicine. So this is one of the most common questions people ask, right? Is it my ego or is it my angels? And that's why I wanted to do a whole podcast about it, because we're and I feel like this goes with what we were talking about last week, right? Ego controls, soul flows. So it's sort of a continuation of what we talked about last week, which feels like a million years ago. Not sure how that was only last week, but I had like a really super busy week last week. Good busy. It's such an important and tender question. And today I'm unpacking it, hopefully with honesty, simplicity, and spiritual clarity. And I want to begin with the story I've been sharing because I think I hope it anchors in the teaching. That's my intention. And I kind of feel like there's layers to the cycle I've been breaking of codependency. And for me, the codependency shows up as rescuing others, coming in to fix, solve, manage their challenges for them, rather than trusting their soul and angels to lead them. And let's be honest, I often do have really good ideas. Why? Because I am connected to my soul. I am connected to my angels. That's been the devotion that I've had since really my awakening, after the dark night of the soul, since 2007. Hi, Chantel. Good to see you. Namaste. Welcome. Yeah, say hi if you're here. I'd love to connect with you. Thank you for being here. So I don't say that egotistically, oh, I have so many good ideas. It's like, yeah, my ideas often are divine guidance. So many times I genuinely believe I can help this person. I can solve this. But recently I have a friend who is still in active addiction, masking well enough that even with my intuitive gifts, I didn't see the full picture at first. So he was on the edge of homelessness, and he would call sounding hopeful, grounded, even organized, because he worked that day or made some money. And my ego would grab onto that. See, he's doing better. He's stabilizing. Meanwhile, I was unraveling internally, unraveling the codependency cycle, unraveling just all the things, right? My body was speaking pretty loudly. I got a bad cold. Actually, the cold wasn't even that bad, but I just like completely lost my voice. I lost my voice. I had to cancel clients. I couldn't record meditations. I think I even had to cancel one of my lives just because it was like the reverberation of. And that cycle of codependency was getting loud. My ego kept telling me he's okay today. He worked, he sounded good, you're helping him. But my soul was whispering, and that's the key word here, whispering. Something different. Step back. Ask harder questions. Ooh, that's where I really was not what I was not doing. You're not challenging him to look at the trauma that led him to this place he was in. You're walking on eggshells. You're enabling the very cycle he needed to break, I needed to break, we needed to break. And so I wasn't listening to the soul whisper until the moment, and I say this, please understand, I say what I say today with great compassion and also respect for all of your sensitivities. So it feels important that I share this, even though I know you see I'm pausing, because it took all, here's what the angels are saying. Thank you for reminding me. It took And it's so funny, I realized I didn't say happy December. That's okay. Happy December. I was going off the top of my head instead of writing stuff down. It took this intensity of a moment to break me of the spell of my ego. So let me go back and say what I was going to say, because I realized I was like going to jump in, and I was like, well, let me precursor this. So I wasn't listening to the soul whisper until the moment he sent me a suicidal image. Not a plan, not a statement, a symbol, a cry from his subconscious that pierced right through his mask and mine. And that was the moment it broke the spell. And I'm so grateful for that. To the best of my knowledge, he is still on this side, although I have ended contact. And please know this is coming from like true divine guidance, not from my ego, right? This was like, oh, this is a lot. But I felt important to share this, in part to just know that to show my increased capacity to hold space for myself, my clients, my family, and my friends in the most soulful way, which sometimes can seem confusing from the outside. Anyway, downloads. So that image shattered the dance our egos were doing together. His addicted, wounded ego and my rescuing, over-functioning ego, right? The dance that the two of us were doing. So through the relax, release, receive process, and through my devotion to breaking the cycle of codependency this season, I finally woke up from the ego fog. And it was painful. I'm not gonna, I'm not sugarcoating it. But let me go back. What do I mean by through the relax, release, receive process? What do I mean by that? What I mean is I'm committed to applying the medicine of relaxation, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, the medicine of releasing, and the medicine of receiving compassion, love, healing from my angels into my inner world. Let me know if that resonates. So through that, right, through my daily practice, through my commitment to breaking the cycle, through my devotion to the relax, release, receive process, it was like the ego fog cleared. And I realized that by offering endless support without boundaries, I wasn't helping him at all. I was actually enabling him to stay disconnected from the real healing he needed: professional help, trauma processing, medication support. And the greatest act of love I could give him was to step back. So when I set the boundary, I don't communicate until you're sober, I felt two things happen at once. And here's sort of, this was a cool download that came through, right? I felt a deep and immediate relief and spaciousness, which I knew was that's how I knew it was the right guidance for me. And a profound heartache and grief, which I also knew was already there, right, under the surface, that I've been processing and healing, since I lost my mom. Right? That's the human path. That's the soul path. And that's what spiritual adulthood looks like. The truth of the relief that I felt, which I knew was, okay, this is the right thing to do for me, for him, all the things. And then the heartache of letting go, the heartache of breaking the cycle, the heartache of leaving him unto his own soul's path. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of water. So here's the teaching, right? It's all teaching, right? And one of the things I've been up leveling is I've sharing more of my medicine, becoming more visible, having my breakthrough year is learning how to weave, right, the story with the teaching, and then they're all just flowing together. It's been a journey. So ego controls, soul flows, angels bridge, right? That's the core teaching. You are a soul, beautiful soul, magnificent soul, having a human experience. Yeah, bottom line is you signed up for this. The pain, the fear, the trauma, the codependency, all the things. You signed up and everyone's playing their perfect role. And next year, I'll probably be talking more about that, slowing that idea down, that concept down, so we can begin to integrate that, because 2026 is this year one. It's a foundational year of a new epicycle. And we need to go back to the basics, back to the beginning. But just for today, just humor me, humor yourself, that you trust that you have a soul's plan, right? A divine curriculum, if you will. My teacher often says divine curriculum, and I think it's a wonderful way of talking about it. So you have this divine curriculum, right? You said, oh my gosh, I'm this infinite, beautiful soul, and I want to experience all these things. I'm going to be a human. And oh, I'm going to be that human, Chantel, Kate, Lauren, Deborah. It's going to be perfect, right? And to understand that your soul, the most important, there's a lot of soul principles, but the most important soul principle, if all you ever remember from all of this, is that your soul loves you unconditionally, infinitely, forever, exactly as you are. That's the teaching, right? That literally your true essence, and every single person on the planet, on the universe, soul essence is love. And that's why I love working with the angels, because that's who they are, right? They're these beings of pure love who are just reminding us of who we are through the fog of our ego and all the freaking patterns we came here to heal. So your soul is infinite, pure, compassionate, curious, loving, calm, content, surrendered, always connected to the divine, right? That's who you truly are. And beyond, there's so many more soul qualities we can talk about, but we have to keep the teaching here, right? And then you have an ego structure, your humanity, your inner universe of parts, what you signed up. It's really the friction that creates the pearls of wisdom that remind you of who you truly are. So you have this whole universe of parts inside of you that are constantly vying for control, attention, protection, power. Right? And so many of our parts, right, mean well. But the ultimate goal is that our soul is the leader. And my work as an angel coach is to get your soul back as the leader of your inner world, and through your angelic connection, through these divine beings who love you unconditionally, who are cheering you on, who know the details of your divine life mission and are like here to help you, sitting here going, okay, when is she going to ask for help? So I teach you how to ask for help. I teach you how to pray, meditate, do self-energy work. I actually empower you. You're the healer. I'm just a facilitator, a witness, right? I got a couple tools. I'm sharing them with you. I'm walking by your side. That's what I do as an angel coach. And it's an absolute honor. I have had so many new clients this year and have gotten so many clients results more than I ever have. And it's so fulfilling. I mean, it literally lights me up. Like I get to do everything, right? Right? I get to wake up and do everything I love every day. And it doesn't mean, things aren't still hard and, I'm still a human. And, this thing I'm talking about right here has been really freaking hard. Okay. Um, so your soul set up this divine curriculum, right? Your highest path of growth. And your ego is the friction that creates that growth. I mean, it's kind of perfect. You're not here to kill your ego, right? Exile it, shame it, numb it, although we've gotten very good at all those things. We're here to love it, witness it, understand it, thank it, right? I want you to think about your biggest ego part that you struggle with, your biggest wound, right? And I want you to sit with your soul and your angels and thank it. Maybe that's what we'll do in the meditation. Right? And we're here to realign with the truth of our soul. And the angels are these beautiful bridges of light between our humanity and our divinity. Right? They're actually here to create, because they are the vibration of oneness, of unity, which is actually my word of the year, was unity. They're radiating unity, they're radiating oneness. And what the goal is that we become one, that we have our soul inside of our physical body, embracing all of our humanity as equal to our divinity. So I hope that resonates, because I'm just keep getting these downloads. And the egos, they shine, the angels shine. Well, sometimes our ego can shine. Those are the soul-like parts, right? Parts that we think are us, but they're not. The big part of what I do with my clients is just name parts for them, right? It's like when they're talking and they're like, I'm this, I'm feeling so sad. And I'm like, whoa, stop. Hold on, take a step back. You have a part that's sad, right? And it's like, slow that down. So the angels shine on your pain, your shadow, your ego, not because you're flawed, but because you're learning to love it all. So what if you could give your loudest part a big mama bear hug? Right? And that for me, it's the rescuer, right? Who wants everyone, especially my loved ones and my best friends, to shine with me, to shine as well. So it breaks our heart when people aren't living up to their fullest potential. It breaks our heart when we watch people struggle, especially someone close to us, someone's who's in our heart, right? It breaks our heart. So let's talk about the ego, discerning ego messages from angel messages. And I think my intention is that like what I'm sharing so far also like is starting to like click for you, right? As I embody my soul, as I honor my beautiful parts. My rescuer, she lives, I've got like some pain in the back of my heart right now. And I feel like there's like another kind of bigger healing that's like coming forward. And so I'm honoring it. My parts used to get so frustrated with my pain, be like, thought I already fixed this. And I was like, okay, there's that soul like part thinking I already fixed all this. It's like, okay. And then it's just like, relax, release, receive, right? Commit. So ego messages feel tight, pressured, anxious, fearful, heavy, frantic, controlling, urgent, mm, chaotic, spiraling, right? Those are that's like, okay, starting to understand the ego messages are heavy, the angel messages are light, right? Like you discern that through your own system. And what I mean by is through your physical body and your nervous system, through your emotional body, right? We know what heaviness feels like, right? We're empaths. We know what lightness feels like. It's like, oh, yeah. And through our energy body system, which includes our intuitive channels, right? And next year is going to be a lot about understanding that you caring for your energy body is the most important thing, right? I actually talk about it in my book, cherishing your physical body and your energy body in equal measure. And I was like, ooh, I love that download. Thank you, angels. So angels' messages feel spacious. That to me, it's that energy of relief and spaciousness that I know is my soul speaking to me, is my angel speaking to me. So you need to figure out, like, discern for yourself which one of these is like, oh, now I know. So spacious, peaceful, relieving, grounded, loving, constructive, supportive, trustworthy, clear, calm. Maybe it's calm for you. Like you figure out like what and ask, right? Like what when I get an angel message, what does my body feel like? Like you get to choose that. Yes. So it's really that simple, right? If your shoulders go tense, it's the ego. If your chest opens, it's the angels. Your heart opens, it's the angels. If your mind's spinning, spiraling, contracting, it's the ego. If your mind quiets, it's your angels, right? If you feel pressured, it's ego. If you feel gently guided, it's the angels. This is not metaphorical. This is the thematic truth. So you're going to tune into your body, the truth teller, the barometer. What do I talk about? The body is the barometer, right? It is measuring the weight of your thoughts and feelings. And then the spiritual truth that thoughts create feelings, feelings are the magnet that draw the experiences to us. So when I was thinking the thought about my friend, he's homeless, he's spiraling, he doesn't, have this, and this, like that was my ego freaking out, right? And it felt like the truth. And I had to come up with a power thought. And I did. I don't want to say his name, but I said his name in it. Um, my friend is safe in his soul. When I said it, I included his name, which I'm keeping anonymous. But here, my friend is safe in his soul. And that had to become my mantra because everything else and the outer reality of what he was struggling with was intense and still is. So your body is your tuning fork. Your ego is loud, your soul whispers, your angels whisper. Right? As an earth angel, as a cycle breaker, as an empath, it's your job to slow down, to honor your inner world and listen to your quiet truth. So in my situation, the rescuer part of my ego took the lead. My soul knew the truth but was whispered over, and my angels were inviting me to set boundaries and step back. And when I finally listened, I broke the cycle. And I wrote a blog about that because it was like breaking the cycle is simultaneously relieving and heartbreaking at the same time, right? Because we're ending something that we might have been doing for decades, if not more. So I honored my soul and I trusted his soul to hold him. So let's do a short inner journey. And I'm just tuning in to see what deck I'm going to pull from today for an angel message. I'm actually being guided to the Angels and Aura deck, which I really love this deck. How is it? How are your angels saying that you can honor your, I just dropped the book. Um, listening for a question. How is it that you are, yes, easily discerning ego messages and angel messages this week? That's a good question, angels. I am so curious. I knew an archangel was going to come. This is like freaking cool. Uriel, gold. I've been so vibing on gold lately. Passion, epiphany, entrepreneur, driven. Okay, first of all, there's a scroll and a feather pen. What are they called? A quill. So that's symbolic. But Uriel is the angel of claircognizance. I was actually thinking about him today because he's he's on my client's team, and a download was coming to me for her about Uriel and like the power thoughts and the medicine thoughts and the angel thoughts. So it's like angel thoughts feel light, happy, good, golden. Ego thoughts feel heavy, leaden, painful, scary, right? Like that's hopefully that's what you take from today. But let's work with Uriel this week. His energy of gold, we'll bring some golden light in for the meditation. Uriel here to bless your crown chakra with illumination, with hope, with joy, with innocence. That's the energy of our true self that matters, right? That's what we're bringing forth. It's what we're birthing through the friction of our ego. So honestly, it's all perfect and divine. I love that Uriel's here. And this deck only has a handful of archangels. So I really feel Archangel Uriel, like the archangels are strong with you this week. So invite them, ask them for help. And I'm really excited that Uriel is going to be here with his medicine of claircognizance and illumination, hope, innocence, joy, bringing in those high vibrational thoughts that are going to serve you. So let's tune in. Let's do a short inner journey. So closing your eyes, if that's available for you. I know many of you listen to the replay, so if you're driving, obviously keep them open. And if you can, place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, or just a hand on your heart if you're driving. Take some slow, deep breaths. Let your breath anchor you into your body, into your heart, and deep into the earth. See your golden roots of light sinking to the heart of the earth. And feel how that instantly relaxes you. So relax your shoulders, your belly, your mind, your heart. Loving angels, what is the quality? So we feel your angels here. We welcome Uriel's golden light. He's like the light of the sun shining into your crown, shining into your heart, shining into your solar plexus. And the pearlescent white light of your guardian angels just all around you. Feel them here, their love, their support, their healing. And both the golden light of Uriel and the pearlescent white light of your guardian angels anchoring your soul into your body. Your soul's medicine, your soul's love, your soul's light, especially into that pain point. For me, like I said, it's the back of my heart right now. And loving angels, when you speak to me, what is the quality that will help me know it's you and not my ego? So I can easily, safely discern ego messages from angel messages. What's the quality? Is it peace, space, grace, light, relief, calm, clearing, clarity, compassion? What is it? And now open up your intuition, the claircognizance. Maybe you're going to get a word or an image, a feeling, a sense, a thought. Just let it anchor in. Trust yourself. And then we ask, what part of my ego is trying to control things right now? What is the part of my ego that's trying to grasp for control? And just listen, trust. I know for me, it's like whatever this pain is in the back of my heart. I don't know if it's the ego, if the rescuer, but I'm honoring it. And then we ask, how can I soften this part and trust my angels? How can this part soften even just 1%? So I can trust my angels, I can trust my soul's flow. Breathe. And as you exhale, just release it. Even if you're just pretending you're releasing it, release it 1%, 5%, 10%. Beautiful. And just let yourself receive the clarity, the calm, the compassion, the medicine of your soul, the medicine of your angels in this moment. It's placing a balm on the wound. And then to seal our time together, Uriel comes in. He places his sacred angel Reiki symbol into the 1,000-petaled lotus. And actually, I'm actually going into the center of the lotus, which is right at the center topmost point of your head and skull and cranium. Bringing in that golden light and the golden thoughts, the medicine thoughts, the angel thoughts. And so it is. As we bring our hands to our hearts, we dedicate the healing that you received today to all our relations in all directions of time, knowing your angels are here, bowing to you with love and devotion as we seal our inner journey with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. I love you so much, Kate, Chantel. Thank you for being here. So grateful for your presence and all of you who connect with the replay. I have just a few. We're at the end of 2025, the universal 9. If you are ready to shed those skins and say yes to hiring me as your coach, I'd love to invite you to the angelic pain relief consult. This is a 1-hour consult over Zoom. It's a compassionate and heartfelt space where I'm listening to you and your angels, and they're shining their light on your pain. So I'm going to share what your pain is really about. It's often something different than you think. I'm going to share what your angels are saying about your pain, which creates instant relief. And then one of the goals of the consult is for you to receive your fuel, the highest vibrational energy and tension fuel that will heal that pain. So you walk away with your fuel, and then an archangel that's going to help you embody that fuel and take your next steps, right? You're going to know your next right step forward after that consult, through that consult. And if we're a good fit, I'll share the details of my 6-month coaching program with you. That's my highest level of investment right now. Understand that if you're not ready for that coaching level and that level of investment, I have many, many, many other offerings that you can step into. I have a free 14-day angel meditation journey. I have my book, which is only $20. I have these podcasts. I have all of my meditations on Spotify. So there's a lot of ways to start, like wherever you are. So, but if you're ready for that, to hire me as your coach, let's set up that consult. I think I either have 2 or 3 openings left in 2025. I also have 2025 rates. My rates are going up in 2026. So it might be a great time to say yes to coaching. And if you're like not sure, I'll put the consult form. If you like the consult in that entire hour, I'll put that in the comments. So remind me, angels. But if you're not sure, just email me directly or message me, and we can kind of see where you're at and then figure out like how the angels can help you, right? With my new offerings that are coming up as well. So I want to end right now. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful day. I will be back for one more podcast next week on the 16th. And yeah, all right. Uriel's with you this week in the golden light. Get those angel thoughts in your heart and mind. I love you. See you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.